Okay, so this is my review of the NC Star Rubber Armored Mark III Tactical Scope with rangefinder 3x9 or 3 to 9 magnification. Alright, so I have one, but not just one, but two. And no, I did not want to buy two. It's a long story, but I ended up getting two by accident, and I was going to send the one back from two different vendors. I thought the one was sending me the wrong one, and so I got it from a different vendor that could get it to me quicker, and he ended up sending me the correct one anyway. But that being said, alright, I'm glad they did, because I was able to compare the two. I want to show you why this is a very poorly made product. And I'm not one to get a $1,000, $500, or even a $300 scope is hard for me. I was trying to stay within the $100 range. I picked this up for, I think, just over $100. I really got it because I really wanted the rangefinder, the choke version of the rangefinder. I thought it'd be perfect for what I need, quick target acquisition, and trying to figure out the range as quick as possible. That being said, I'm going to skip to the unboxing. They both come in a nice bag. It's actually quite nice. And this is what you get. Directions, which don't really need much for this, if you really know much about scopes. The only thing it does kind of help is tell you how to use the reticle, sort of. But before we get into the reticle discussion, let's pull these out. This is what you get. Rubberized, and let me tell you, the rubber is, for the price you pay, it'll work. I called and asked because I wanted to take the rubber off because I wanted to door coat this, but I wanted to keep my caps. So if that's possibly what someone out there is thinking, they can't, because it's connected to the, I'm not sure what that was, it just fell, but they're connected to the rubber. So once you take the rubber off, at least the front one is, if you take the rubber off, the cap will come off with it. The back one isn't. Well, it is rubber, but you could leave that on anyway. But anyway, it is a durable. It feels like it's very durable. The locking mechanism locked really well. This is where I'm glad I got two of them. The first one I got, I was trying to figure out how to use the reticle. This is the reticle that I'm talking about. It comes with. Okay. This is the one I wanted. It also comes with this. In the middle is the Moa Adjustment. This, I found after checking out later, is accurate. This is so far from accurate, it's ridiculous. This is actually probably should be on a, what did I say, probably a 3 to, this whole system here should be in a 3 to 15 magnification, a 3 to 15 magnification. By my calculations, roughly up to 15. At least up to around 15 for the choke. The choke has to be on 15, level 15 for this to work. What happens here with the choke is you're supposed to be able to put your shoulders, a normal person's shoulders, which is 18 inches, between each of these lines. And that tells you how far you are. The top line would be 100 yards. That would be 125, 150, 175, 200, 250, or 225, 250, and so on. Whenever you go to 100 yards, it's not even close to this. Not even close. I was standing, I had marked on a sign 18 inches, and it didn't even, at 25 yards, it was still not even filling this gap here. So this is useless. When I did my calculations, you would have to have roughly a 15 power magnification for this part here to work. Okay, so it will not work. Don't waste, if you're buying it for that, don't waste your money. Especially because you can get this same part right here, this part, just a standard MOA reticle in the same style. If you want this same style, which I'd like this style, and the look and the compactness of it, and I like the fact that you can, it has the bullet drop. What do you call it? It calculates a bullet drop for you for your gun for every so many yards. So I like that if that works. I haven't gotten to even try that yet. But the center MOA calculations does work because I did do this chart, follow this whole chart at 144 yards. It should be 6 MOA. This top line is 5 MOA. So I went to 100 yards. I'm sorry. I went to 100 yards, and this came out to, it was at 6 MOA, so it was just over that line, just a little bit at low power. So at low power, at 3, this works. So if you're getting this whole system here, it does work with the center. To judge your distance, but that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to have to try to measure up that little thing. I wanted a quick acquisition on and trying to find out by the shoulder width, or if something was roughly 18 inches wide, I can just line up there, boom, it's done. But it also tells you that you need to have this on the lowest magnification to do this also. There's no way that's possible. If you have both of these, you have to, this one here at 100 yards is that small. Why would 100 yards be the same thing, 18 inches? It can't, it's impossible. So it was a typo in a lot of these descriptions you see online. At lowest setting would be the crosshairs MOA to judge your distance, and at max setting, which I would say would have to be a minimum of probably 15. I could be wrong. If there's anybody out there, please, if I'm doing this wrong, I want someone to tell me so I can do it correctly. But there's just no way that this is working out properly. Again, this is an NC Star. I've been happy with their laser products and stuff, but and even their reflex sights weren't bad for what I was using them for. But I was really disappointed with this. So that's one thing that's horrible. And they're both of them were like this, because I was wondering if the one was just a bad recall or something, or they put the wrong optic in the wrong crosshairs and who knows. But the same one, it's the same thing for both of them. And I want to show you another thing here about the poor quality control here. Okay, back to poor quality control. Alright, see if I can get this in here. This one here was my first one I got. See if I can get it to focus in. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more. Bear with me because this will be worth it. Alright, so that's it. You can see how thick those lines are, especially around the MOA for the crosshairs. I was not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. It's very thick. Alright, that's on the first one I got. The second one that I got, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but it's much finer. Much finer. So you don't know which one you're going to get. One, it's super thick lines, especially the bottom lines for the choke are just super thick on that one. Compared to, it's not showing up on the camera as well, but trust me, under the naked eye, it's like night and day. I do like the one on the right so much more. Yes, I do like the one on the right, or the one I got second, so much better. It's clear. Laser, didn't really get a chance to check it out. It shot pretty far. I could see it easily 100 yards. Not sure how accurate it is. I'm sure it probably is. For the most part, it's not going to be a $1,000 scope, as far as accuracy goes. This rubber, it does get loose. It is loose. I mean, some of them. The one was a little loose, so it's not molded to it. It is like just wrapped around it, so it can move a little. The other one's pretty solid. The one it's really tough to turn in the knobs. The other one isn't. I mean, you'd say maybe one's a knockoff, but they are both, as you can see, NC Star. NC Star. That's about all I can really tell you about these two. But just because, I mean, if you're not going to use this, then it's not a bad scope. But you don't know if you're going to get the thick reticle or the thin-haired reticle. You don't know which one you're going to get. So it's really up to you. If you want to spend an extra, you can literally get this same style. It won't be rubberized. Don't mind the tape there. I just have that for another reason. But they have the same style, exact thing, minus the laser. Actually, I do have one with the laser too, and it's still cheaper. It's probably about $20 cheaper. And it just doesn't have this reticle. It has more like this reticle, which is, don't buy this for this. So the only reason to even buy this would be for the rubber, if that's what you like about it, and the flip-up lens caps, which honestly you can buy aftermarket flip-up lens caps for these most likely, for the regular standard hard metal. I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna go with either, I found a different one. I'm gonna go with possibly, I don't know which brand I'm going with. I have a few that I have in mind, but this is not worth the money that they extra charge you for this reticle. All they're charging you extra for this compared to their other model is for the rubber and for this rangefinder. That's it. And for maybe the blue color. I don't care about the color. It's not worth an extra $30. And if you don't want the laser, you can get the same thing with this reticle, which the laser, I didn't care about getting a laser. The laser just came with it. I wanted it for the rangefinder, for the choke style rangefinder. And it's horrible. So I would be wary of any style, any cheap imitation. It's like the NC Star that has this reticle. Anything that's anything that's from under 15 magnification, or let me put it this way, definitely anything that's up to 9 magnification. 9 magnification will not work for this reticle. At least, again, what I found out. If you have figured it out yourself, and I'm wrong, please let me know, because I'd like to keep this, but otherwise I'm going to get rid of it. I hope this helps, because I saw nothing online about these or how to properly use this. I even called NC Star, and they had no idea. They were like trying to tell me to adjust the have I sighted it in yet and everything. I'm like, well, that should have nothing to do with this. Sighting it in, whether this crosshair is a little farther to the left than it should be or a little higher than it should have nothing to do with the width of this. Okay, and this doesn't change whenever you zoom in or you zoom out. So it doesn't get bigger or smaller. It stays the same size in the magnification. The only thing that gets bigger and smaller is the actual whatever you're looking at, whatever's being viewed through it. So this doesn't zoom in and out as far like with your magnification. Just so you know, also. Other than that, I hope this has helped someone, because I really wish there was a video out there like this to help me.